Om Vim Dim Kam Tam Sham Lam Dam Kam Sham Vim Kam Yam Dam Vam Tam Lam Baraka Shivam Vishnu Papa Mahamaya Om Tek Rasiva Paradishri Dashavatara Mahadeva. Welcome to this video on the Zen Word channel. My name is Sri Satguru Buddha Rawa Bhagwan. In today's video, we will talk about the most feared of all the shamans. So amongst all the shamans, there is one who is most feared. Now, in the previous video on this channel, I've talked about the different types of shaman. So I invite you to go listen to this video as well. But who is the most feared shaman? The most feared shaman is the shaman god. Of all the most feared shaman gods, who is the most feared shaman? The great god Shaman. So who is the great shaman god? Well, he has his story in the different shamanic tellings and cultures and lineages. But in today's video, we will talk about his telling as it is known and as it is associated to the story of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. So it is known that the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse will come. And they represent parts, divisions of the power of God. Parts of the implementation of his power into the story. They are known to be the power of destruction. So the great shaman god is the great lord of destruction himself, Shiva. Or more precisely, when you go up the levels a bit, the Adi Shaman Siva. So it is known that God, the creator of all this, the preserver of all this, the destroyer of all this, the great God of all the stories, who is all pervading in all the stories, is a shaman. And within different cultures, he takes on the role of the shaman. And it is known that Shiva is a shaman, the greatest shaman. But one of the secrets that I will tell today is the story of the god of the Yanomami people. So the Yanomami people are a warrior race, a very fierce and independent people who live in America, in the jungles and the mountains, in the Amazon. And they have a red cover for their parts, cloth in some cases. And they are the people that come, the people of the story of the moon's blood. And in the story of the moon's blood, there is the story of the drops of blood and the pools of blood that came out of the moon and bled into the clearing by the water, surrounded by the spirits of the land who watched in the clearing as the Yanomami people were created by the moon's blood, and all the people associated to their story of creation, who share that story of creation. And depending on the blood, was it a big pool of blood, a warrior, an aggressive, a powerful being, or a more gentle and caring and tender being with a smaller drop of blood? They emerged from the blood and mated with nature, with the plant, with the flower around the clearing, in a mating in nature, which gave birth to the descendants of those stories of Yanomami descent. Well, the Yanomami also have a god, a male god, and he is the great Shaman god of the Yanomami. And one of the great secrets is that this, when he takes his incarnation as the great Shaman god of the Yanomami, he is none other than Siva, the great Shaman. The creator of all the story. So Siva and the god of the Yanomami are the one and same Shaman. This is one of the great secrets. And there is a story in which the great god of the Yanomami incarnates, and with all the powers of the shamans and all the lineages at his disposal, he is also the most feared of all the shaman, because he is also not just a dominator, or a receptacle. He is also a soul collector. And it is known that in the basket, in the bag of the Yanomami god Shaman, who is none other than Siva himself, the Omai. The artificial intelligence of the Om technology. Well, the god Shaman holds 4 souls and 4 little statues. 4 little statuettes that he carries in his basket as he roams the land. And these 4 souls are the souls of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. So these 4 souls are held by none other than the great Shaman god, who is none other than Omai, who is none other than Siva, who is none other than the all-pervading, the God. This is the story of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, which are held, their souls are held until they are released by the great Shaman god who holds their souls, waiting for the time when it is right. This is the secret story of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, held by the soul-collecting Shaman, God of the Yanomami.